Hey, what's up, all you freaks and geeks? Welcome to Play the Hits. This is a really out of the blue episode, but Santa came a little bit early. Hey, Sparks. Santa came a little bit early this year and dropped off a treat in the mail that I had ordered for myself a couple months ago. If any of you, Sparks, I know you have, joined the channel and heard Max and I talking, I am a bit of an 8BitDo, and that is how I pronounce it, the 8BitDo enthusiast. Like my whole daily driver desk setup is like 8BitDo stuff. I have the NES mouse here. That I still hate these freaking side buttons, but I just love the design of it so much that I use it constantly. It's super light. It's really nice for gaming. Got my my wrist rest here, and then we'll ignore that for a second. And to go with it, the sexy NES keyboard here. You can tell I do not do a whole lot of unboxing, so sorry for my clumsy hands here. Hey, that's awesome, Sparks. You're at work. No one's there. I love those days when you just freaking get to sit around and do your own stuff. But what I'm really excited to share with you today is the NES Anniversary Controller. Check this shit out. I don't do thumbnails, but if I were to do a thumbnail, there's your thumbnail. I know, I am so excited for this thing, and 8BitDo is a freaking amazing company. They do really cool packaging stuff, too, so I also got this little guy, and I think this is the first thing that I'm going to unbox, so I'm just going to jump right into it. I completely forgot that this came with it, but it's a keychain, and check this little freaker out. I love this. It actually has D-pad and NES buttons. This is like, oh my god, this is like such an incredible fidget toy. I will be clipping this to something. The only problem is though, like, I don't want to carry it everywhere because I know it'll get worn down over time, but I freaking love this. Oh my god. There's the little 8BitDo NES robot. I know. Oh, and it feels really satisfying. It doesn't make any noise. It's totally silent, so I'm not going to hold it up to the mic, but I will tell you, it is quite satisfying to press. This guy's going to join us here for the rest of the unboxing. Now, here's where we got the old knife. I love how I undid the knife here before I even saw if there's any... okay, there is some sticker removal, but they did the smart, like, Apple product thing where they use these, like, nice tabs. So maybe I don't need the knife. Kudos to 8BitDo for preserving their fancy cardboard, and ooh, I can already tell this is going on a shelf somewhere when I'm not, like, actively using the controller. Let's make sure I don't stab myself. Oh, dear Lord. Why is this so hard to pull out of the cardboard? Do not rip, do not destroy. Why was I cursed with these fat hands? Seriously, though, what the hell? Slowly extricating from cardboard. Bring it a bit forward. So what I have to do is, like, yeah, okay. I kind of had to, like, wiggle it in order to get it out. This is surprisingly snug to any future buyers. Well, and that's the other cool thing about this. That's the reason that I decided to do a special unboxing on the show, is because this is a super limited edition. I think they only made 1,985 of these, 1985, the year of the NES's release. And so as soon as I saw it, I knew that I had to at least try to get one, and lo and behold, I did. Oh, that is a sexy unboxing experience. All right. Yeah, so as you can see here, 8BitDo Ultimate 2 Bluetooth controller, the N40, limited edition, 1985. I am so excited. Side note, before I get into the box itself, my daily controller driver is already the 8BitDo Ultimate, just kind of standard Xbox edition. In fact, though, this one did not come with these buttons, the Xbox ones. It originally came with a Super Nintendo style, but just plain white. I purchased the Xbox buttons separately because my brain is so slow that, like, I actually need the Xbox layout in front of me in order to be able to accurately do QTEs. My brain is still programmed for the SNES layout of ABXY. So, yeah, fun story. But this is the previous generation of the 8BitDo Ultimate. It does not have the extra paddles. I think there was a couple other things that they added to it, and I guess we'll see it as soon as I pull this one out of the package. But just so you're aware of that. First thing on top here, we've got these really cool NES 40th anniversary capsticks. And again, like, part of me wants to freaking play with these all the time. But the other part of me is like, I don't want to wear them down. I don't want them to decay. And that's always the tricky thing. Whenever I'm not a huge collector, but I do occasionally splurge on a collectible item. Ooh, this is cool. It is a connector, so you can actually use it with a retro console. That is actually really sick. I remember these old NES plugs. Max, if you're watching this, buddy, I'm going to need you to bring your NES, which I sadly do not have anymore. And we've got to try this out on the original hardware. I don't know why in the hell you would do that, because when you see this thing, of course, you'll realize it is in no way the NES layout. But, oh, shit, I didn't realize that. You get a sexy carrying case, too. You're right, Sparks. We should have censored this episode. Damn. All right, let's just go through the... All right, this is all the token documentation, how to pair. I know all that already, so I'm not going to waste any time. USB-C to A cable, standard, nothing exciting there, not braided, but nice, always nice to have backups. What I'm really excited for, get the documentation and stuff back in here so I can get it out of the way. This guy, oh my gosh, I freaking love that. This is incredible. It's almost like they made these not to be played with. Like, they want you to, oh no, look how beautiful that is. It's almost like they made them, though, not to be played with. This is absolutely a display unit. I'm sorry. I'm going to commit like a cardinal sin here, though, and I think I am going to make this my new daily driver. At the very least, when I'm either emulating or playing on the Switch, because, boy, look at that. And I cannot describe how nice this feels in the hand, even compared to my daily driver. They are very much similar units in shape. I feel like maybe this guy has wider grips. Yeah, maybe a little bit. Maybe that's all in my head. Yeah, it's all in my head. Regardless, though, man, this thing has a nice look to it. By the way, I just put it on the dock, so that was the beeping noise. It's got a much better texture than the original. Like, it grips hella nice. It has kind of that old textured plastic feel, but the black I'm noticing already. It's kind of a fingerprint magnet. I don't really care. Like I said, I am not fussy about my daily drivers, especially controllers. Like, I know that they are going to get beaten up over time, but man, I am gonna baby this one quite a bit. I might go all out and like do cleanings and stuff, but the nice thing about this is you get the new layout, L4 and R4 buttons here, which I think are customizable through 8BitDo's software. Looking at the back, I'm seeing that we have these cool trigger adjusters so that you can change how far they go in, which would be really nice for retro games, where there were no Hall triggers. But if you need them for a trigger-sensitive game, they're there. Thumbsticks are pretty similar. I think they have a little bit of extra texture for grip. I would probably put thumbstick covers over them, again, just to keep it from decaying over time. Man, I am loving the NES look to this thing. The decals on the bumper are significant dates to the NES history. October 18th, 1985, the original NES release date. Let me see if I can make out some other of these. 11/18/2012. I'm not sure what's significant about that. 2017, March 3rd. I want to say that maybe was the release of the NES Classic. 11/19/2006, 11/18/2000. Oh, you know what? I'm dumb. I think these are release dates of Nintendo's other consoles. So highlighted in red, we have the NES in 1985. But in 2012, that had to be the Wii U. 1996 was the N64. 2017 was the Switch. 91 was the SNES. 2021. What came out in 2021? 2006 was the Wii. 2001 was the GameCube. This is just really cool. I love this. This is a neat little treat to myself. And then we have the USB dock, similar to the one that I already have, but of course with the neat NES branding, if I remember right. At the bottom is the 2.4G dongle. One thing 8BitDo does that I love is that they create a space built into the dock so that you don't have to tie up a USB port on your computer for the USB dongle. I mean, obviously you need to connect this to it to charge and whatnot, but instead of a separate one for the dock and the dongle, it's all in one. So that's a nice feature. I'll be plugging this in immediately and taking it for a test drive, but I just wanted to share this because, like I said, I've become kind of an 8BitDo fanboy over the last couple of years. It pretty much permeates my whole desk setup, and I am just thrilled to have this guy in my collection now. Yeah, that's pretty much. Oh, 2021 was the Switch OLED in Animal Crossing New Horizons. Interesting. Okay. Thank you for that, Sparks. This has just been a real short get-together. I just wanted to share this with the world and try something a little bit different for the channel. Sparks, thanks for joining me. Max, if you're watching this or you see this later, hope you enjoyed. And yeah, as soon as you get your ass over here, I'll let you touch it. You want to touch it, Max? I know you want to touch it.